Yo, what is going on, my fellow weebs? Chrono here, and welcome back to the channel. So, other maintenance is past, meaning we have another update video for you guys today, where I go over everything you need to know post maintenance. But before I jump to that, if you guys are new here, as always, I'm Chrono. I primarily cover PSO2 content. Would much appreciate subscribers work way towards that 10K mark, hopefully, at the end of this year. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this. All right, here we are over on the NGS site. In case you're someone who's thinking, or maybe you just found this video and you're thinking to yourself, hey, why would I have you read me patch notes? I can just check out myself. You're absolutely right. You can. If that's something you'd rather do, scroll on down to the video description. There'll be links to all the pertinent information. Feel free to just click on those links. It'll take you directly to what you're looking for. That way you do not have to have me sit here and read the video for you. But I'd really appreciate it if you tossed a like on the video. That'd be super cool. Maybe toss a comment in saying, hey, you want the links? Thanks so much. All that good stuff. Or if you can't think of anything to say, just type algorithm. It helps out no matter how you look at it. Technically, even clicking the thumbs down button helps, but we don't really want to encourage that. It hurts my feelings. So yeah, do that if that's what you're looking to do. Anyway, either way, let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got as far as updates. Can you tell I'm stalling just a little bit? Because like I said, there is not a lot to talk about. So usually whenever there are patch notes in the update details article, you will find them right here. As you can see, there are nothing. There are nothing. There is nothing. So popping over, we have the Rurouni Kenshin collab. So we're doing a limited time collaboration to mark the NGS collaboration with TV anime series, Rurouni Kenshin. As people have some harrowing opinions about NGS's collabs recently, they're all for two, as far as most people are concerned. But I will say, my opinion on the entire situation is very, very simple. Screw the guy who made it. Hopefully he rots in jail. Other than that, art is art. Moving on from there. There's a lot of other people involved other than one person being a complete piece of crap. So, yeah, either way, I'm sure there's more to that story. I'm not really worried about it. Look into it. I've looked into it beforehand and it was so in passing and kind of gross that I just moved on with my life. Either way, as far as outfits go, Bravers are winning. Katana Bravers are winning yet again. This does look really good. This looks awesome. Kenshin's a cool looking character, solid character itself. Absolutely love the interactions they have. Kind of sad they chose to literally only choose these two outfits. I don't know. There's not much to say. Just I'm sad that they chose to go with literally only these two outfits. Okay, we gave you two outfits, type 1 for Kenshin, type 2, and then they gave you type 2 for Kenshin's type 2 version. Like it's just, I don't know, man. It's just, it feels weird, right? Especially when we have so many different characters we could have gone with. We could have had some really cool outfits, man. But they just decided to not go with any of those. It's starting to, I mean, at first with some of the collaborations, it was like, okay, cool, I understand, you know, you pick specific characters, but it's starting to feel a little bit more, I should have used the word lazy, on the lazy side of things, where we're just getting collaborations where they can just, you know, pick out the peak characters and toss them in there to make a bit extra money. But the thing is that players are not really buying into it that hard. Some are, absolutely, and some will with this scratch, primarily because it includes, actually, I think we'll look at it in the, we'll have to look at it in the actual article itself and pop through it, but it includes a dash as well and an idol. So Katana mains stay winning. They have an idol and they have a dash, which I'm sure there's an EX version. So anyone who is a Katana Braver is probably going to eat this up. But for the rest of us, just save your money for something else that's definitely more worth it. We probably have some good things on the horizon, and I would just hold on to it. And if you're, you know, against it for your own reasons, you know, the artist and all that good stuff, hey man, more power to you. Just don't read anyone else's spread. So we've got also a known issues article, because that is it for the update article. There's nothing else. It's just the just this. There's like one other thing, and I'll mention it because there's no real article for it, but it is important. So there's an known issues article. Under certain conditions, chest graphics for the new Resolve Stella Replica SE are not displayed correctly. I don't know what that means, and that's kind of suspect. But anyway, there are also March account suspensions due to malicious behavior. It looks like 657 cases, 591 of RMT. I know some people always like, hey, I report the same person over and over again, but I don't see anything ever happen. They do get around to them. Fighting bots, fighting, you know, malicious behavior is a thing that, you know, realistically speaking, dev teams have to work on consistently. It's a consistent battle. So one thing they do need is us on their side. If you see something happens, keep reporting it until it stops. Especially in situations where players are, you know, of course, breaking the rules, AFKing, all kinds of, you know, just ridiculous stuff that happens. Just keep on reporting. I know it's a slog. I know it feels like no one actually does anything about it, but it does eventually, you know, come to a head. And as someone who does a lot of NGS content, who speaks to a lot of players, a vast majority of players, eventually these people do get what they earned, what they deserve, I guess is one way of putting it. Apparently there's an issue with Yuli's outfit as well. The colors emitted by glowing sections of new power Yuli's replica type 1B A and its color variations are not correctly displayed. We confirmed a bug where the colors emitted by the glowing sections of the following baseware and their color variations are not correctly being displayed. We're working to fix this issue. So they're aware of it. They're working on it. Always good to let us know that they actually know the problem is there. This is the collab article. So it just lets us know how long the collab is going for. Starting the 3rd until the 7th of next month. We get a bunch of free login stuff. You can either use them or you can sell them if you're someone who, again, is against it. But again, each is their own, let people be. I'll look at outfits like this and look at outfits like this. Look at outfits like this. Like Sanosuke's outfit been sick, dude. Sanosuke's outfit would have been so cool to have, but you know, we have Kenshin's. But anyway, moving on, we can actually see the scratch itself. I mean, the thing is like the other color variations do look cool, right? Like this one does look pretty sick, all things considered. But like I've seen it before, you know. We have a lot of kimono samurai-esque outfits. Like a lot of these things have been done already, right? And then you've got the Hiten Mitsurugi idol, move and dash, along with Kenshin's scar, which is pretty cool. They are bringing back some stuff from previous scratches they mentioned, of course. So access to this mask again. I'm trying to think if there's anything that like pops out to me specifically. Not really anything. Oh, the crossing innocent thing looks pretty cool. And then of course the I believe these are holograms. I believe the hologram things you can post up. Yeah, so those are pretty cool. Do they not do them this time around? Oh, that's actually, wait. Stamp. Okay. No, they didn't. They actually didn't have vital gauges this time around. That's actually the one thing I might have actually gone for. It's a pretty cool looking vital gauge, but unfortunately there weren't any this time around. The last time they did them was the 7 Deadly Sins collab. So on event schedule, we have April update. The first of every month is PSO2 day. Hopefully you guys had a pretty solid PSO2 day that is coming to a head, or basically ending, I believe, later on this evening. It should be at 8 p.m. Oh no, they are ending at 8 a.m. Normally they extend this to 8 p.m. if there is an update that cuts into the time of the of PSO2 day. That's interesting. Hang on, is that the case? Seriously? Updated to let me see, 8 a.m. EDT. Your previously posted incorrect, apology and inconvenience. Okay, so they updated this information. Yeah, they're not extending it this time around. That's kind of I mean, it's not really a huge deal. But in situations wherever we deal with updates, normally they extend it to that evening of the same day. So bit of a bummer, but is what it is. No big deal. Creative Space contest winners announced. That's been done already. So in case you're curious about the Creative Space contest stuff, Skull's covered it over on her channel, so you guys can go check that out. Pretty cool stuff. She actually checked out all the different Creative Spaces. So pretty dope. Nice little watch. Of course, Rurouni Kenshin collab. Rare Series Exchange Support Part 2 is ending pretty soon. So next week, you should definitely go ahead and get your rare. Bit unfortunate because they just announced a new weapon, but it is a pretty easy free weapon to get. So in case you need like extra weapons for other classes, you're new and you need to get your first weapon set up, definitely easy to go ahead and get this taken care of very, very quick. Special sets in the AC shop, still a thing. Let's see if there's anything new. Okay, yeah, so here's the other thing right here. Unfortunately, there's like no article for it, so it's going to take you back to the event page. But we do have an SG support item select. Wait, did it say item select on it, or did I just add that to it? Yeah, it says item select. That's so weird. But SG support scratch is basically coming back. Someone who saved up your SG, now is your time to go ahead and spend it. I know some people that like to save up their SG, infinitely. I am definitely someone who invests their SG back into some easy upgrades, and depending upon how lucky you are, you can actually get some pretty nice stuff in here. Previously, this would have been a pretty big issue for me because of the way a Bandac worked, but now that they've gone ahead and changed the Bandac, it's no longer an issue. You guys probably heard me talk about that in a couple of different videos, but the long story short is you basically needed the S variant of augments which you could only get by essentially either paying real life money or burning SG, which you could technically also purchase with real life money. There's no way to get it in game reasonably. So because it was the strongest variant by a pretty large margin, and the only way to get it set up perfectly was with those S variant augments, it kind of superseded the line. Like, you know, I've said in the past, there's a line of what I feel like is acceptable when it comes to a free to play game with money investments, microtransactions, like that sort. That superseded that line for me personally. And it's nice to see that it actually got changed. So W changed there, but just aware, SG support item select is up and will be up for from maintenance all the way until the 16th. So 2 weeks. This is definitely a good investment for your SG because the rewards from there are very useful, especially since we just had new weapons announced, and you may want to go ahead and get those new weapons set up. So in true Chrono fashion, we did forget a segment. Don't worry, we're editing it in afterwards. We have logged in. Let's take a look and see what is available. We've got login bonus, pretty standard stuff. We'll do our free SP scratch later. Go ahead and get rid of that. Go ahead and turn on stream remotes. We're not bothered too much. And let's take a look at the scratch. So the scratch is really all we've got here. So we've got the Rurouni Kenshin scratch. My knowledge skulls is not going to be covering these scratches moving forward. I'm not sure what she's going to decide to do in that situation, but either way, we'll take a quick look. This would probably be what I purchase, and honestly, that doesn't look too bad. That looks kind of cool, actually. They might have got me, dude. That looks pretty good. But the big thing here for me, at least, if I can find it, it would be, yep, here we go. Kiten Mitsurugi. That stance is actually so cool. Kenshin's just a cool character, man. It's such a bummer. The artist is a terrible human being. Anyway, but yeah, this is really cool looking. Actually, a very well done outfit on their part. Like this time around, this looks really, really good. Almost makes me wish I was a braver. That's gonna take it out of context. But it looks like, oh, hold on. So the scratch count bonus is a camo. High Domina S is okay. Well, that's not nearly as bad as it looks because technically you want high Kavar Domina, and high Red Domina is even better. So that's not really that big a deal. 40% is really nice, and that augmentation protects nice. Let's see, these are actually a little bit more relevant. There was a lot of garbage basically in here. A lot of these are a bit more relevant overall. So first time we've seen them do a camo in here. So yeah, there's not an EX version of the dashes then. That's very interesting. And there's not a sellable camo. I mean, that's going to kind of annoy some people, like specifically people that really like this camo, like just the traditional katana camo. But when you really think about it, I mean, we have like a billion katana camos, a lot of them better looking than this one. I mean, unless you're really looking for a very simple katana, or going specifically for a Rurouni Kenshin vibe, then I mean, it's not really that big of a deal. But I can understand some people being probably upset about the fact that it's in the scratch count bonus. That's a bummer because it's not going to be tradable. Yeah. I mean, best case scenario for when it happens, but still a bummer all the same. SG supports scratch, so we can take a look at what the prize list is. As always, I've applauded this just because it's not filled with a bunch of junk, like a bunch of extra junk. Yeah, it's got a lot of other stuff in here. I would have liked to see this be high Kavar Domina, not high Ale Domina. I'm not sure why this is still high Ale Domina, but I think that's an L personally. These are all fairly useful. The preset skill enhancement rates are very useful. These are all pretty solid, but nothing in here really makes me want to pull for this because it's just Gladius Soul, Gigas Maste, and High Domina. We don't see any of the new augments at all, so you could probably pretty safely skip this. The only thing that's going to be worth is like the scratch count bonuses, usually. But looking at this, not even the scratch count bonus is worth investing money into. I mean, this would be good. This is very nice to going from 4 to 5. But like outside of that, realistically speaking, there is, I mean, I'm not sure how to feel about this because like part of me wants to say like, this is bad and should be a better set of rewards, but also like it doesn't incentivize you to go after these, right? They didn't immediately put the S variant versions of the current best in slot augments directly into the scratch. So like, this is kind of the harrowing situation when it comes to these scratches when they're not really all that amazing. You can save your money, so that's a W, or you can save your star gems. have to spend money on this. You get star gems for free, so just grind and earn your star gems. But like at the same time, also like feels kind of bad if you are someone who does have the star gems to invest to like kind of set yourself up for future situations. Some people do go for like the preset enhancement skill material stuff up to 90 to get these taken care of, because that's how they can get like very expensive weapons up to fix a 5. So it's totally understandable. But like I wouldn't even recommend spending any SG on this at all. Like the augments that you find in here, the S variant augments, unless you're someone who's building a Bandak, which a Bandak's not like drastically more powerful than everything else anymore. Unless like you're building a Bandak, you don't need Gladius Soul S or Gigas Master S. Like these are fairly inexpensive. That's about $1 million. That's usually around let's say 600k. Last I checked, it's been a little while. But realistically, you want Gland Gigas Master, you don't want Gigas Master S. And as far as High Domina goes, you want High Kavar Domina, not High Domina. So like these two right here are basically pointless to an extent. I mean, it'd be nice for a filler, but you're going to replace them, so that seems silly. Mastery is insanely cheap. All of these are not really worth your investment. This one's quite literally weaker. And I mean, these are nice. It's funny because these have the higher success rate. The things you would think would be more useful aren't really. These, of course, are your big ticket items right here. And then in the, yeah, it's mostly just this. So yeah, this is why we do these segments. I'm not sure how to feel about that, but hey, it's something. It is definitely something. And campaign items wise, seasonal weapon enhancement support campaign looks like they gave us 20 star gems. All right, cool. That's about it. All right. No, I have something on my face. Back to the video. And that is about it. That covers pretty much everything we have as far as new content. This is going to be a bit of a lull week. If there's anything else you guys want to get taken care of before, you know, the big update, we've got Lucille changing. We have cross ship queue for Lucille on the way. We have, you know, a big new boss coming up. We have a bunch of quality of life adjustments coming up as well next week. So a lot of really, really cool and interesting stuff. So this week, take your time, relax. If you ever felt like you've been burnt out, now's a good week to take a break. Maybe play some other games. I've been playing a lot of Dragon's Dogma, Final Fantasy 14, excuse me, and catching up in 14 and things of that sort. So you guys will see more of that on the channel moving forward. But that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe when you keep up with more. We recently did go ahead and turn on the join button over on YouTube. So if you want to listen and support us through that, that'd be super awesome. Still working out what we can go ahead and do for those individuals. But as always, I really would rather not paywall off any content for myself. So we might just look into something extra that we can do to show our appreciation for their levels of support. Anyway, guys, I'm bad at ending videos. Take care, my friends. Peace out.